threats forcing voters out of at least 2 polling places in New Jersey as residents across the state cast ballots for their next governor. And Mark Meredith is live in Montclair, New Jersey with the latest. Mark, what's going on?
Ainsley, Lawrence, and Brian, good morning, friends. The polls have been open throughout New Jersey since about 6 a.m. Since then, a handful of bomb threats have been called in to a number of polling places across the Garden State. We know in Mercer County, as well as where we have seen in Passaic. It's unclear exactly how many of these polling places have been impacted, but because the polls were open, since they've been open since 6, a number of people who may have been in line or getting ready to go vote had to move off-site to other voting locations, at least temporarily. We've been at this elementary school here, not too far from where some of these threats were called earlier, because this is where the Democratic gubernatorial nominee is going to be voting. Mikey Sherrill should be voting here around 9 a.m. I just spoke to her campaign. They are aware of the situation impacting some of these polling places. The candidate is likely to address this when she gaggles with reporters in the 9 a.m. hour. All an indication, though, again, that there is a lot of people very curious what will happen here in New Jersey. The spotlight has been on this race nationally, and we have seen this before in other elections. But these potential threats, whether or not it's going to have a widespread impact on turnout, it's unclear. More than 1 million people cast their ballots ahead of Election Day. There was early voting, mail-in balloting as well. Where we are also, I've seen at least one police officer who was outside the polling place earlier. Unclear if it was related because the candidate was going to be here or if they were just checking things out. A lot of these threats are often communicated electronically, either email, they get sent to the registrar's office or the voting records office. And then out of an abundance of caution, these facilities are either evacuated or they pause operations to let the police do a sweep.
Hey, welcome into Courageous Media. Thanks so much for joining. Really appreciate everybody rolling up on Deep Blue Election Day. We've got big elections in 3 deep blue states. We've got the New York City mayoral election, we've got the gubernatorial election in Virginia, and we have the gubernatorial election in New Jersey. Now, can Republicans flip any of these? Of the 3 right now, the one that seems most possible is for Republicans to actually flip New Jersey red, which would be unprecedented. It would not be the bellwether that Harry Enton hopes these elections will be. It's absolutely amazing to see what's going on. And of course, right on schedule, here we have Democrat dirty tricks. We have bomb threats in precincts, at voting locations in precincts in New Jersey. And where are those bomb threats? Are they in deep blue Newark? Are they in Hoboken? No. They're in places like Montclair, New Jersey. They're in deep red districts within New Jersey. So of course, you have to shut down polling locations. You have to move people around. They are expecting Republicans to show up en masse in person on Election Day, as most Republicans do. And just like they did in Arizona and other places, they are trying to foil that vote. Why? Because they are deeply scared in New Jersey that this could actually flip towards Chitterelli. And why? Because Chitterelli is a real American. Chitterelli is a real working class guy from New Jersey. He is not a Mikey Sherrill Marxist Democrat. But check this out. We're going to check out another story on the bomb threats, and then we're going to get into what Chitterelli's doing on Election Day. I really appreciate everybody rolling up. Thanks so much for being here. Please let us know you're here in the comments. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. All right, here we go. Let's dive in to these bomb threats because they are in Republican favoring precincts. Here we go.
Either closed or suspended as they moved voters to different locations and some of the facilities. We got a statement from the Attorney General of New Jersey. I want to put it up on the screen for you. It says law enforcement officers have responded at each affected polling place. Some of these polling locations have already reopened to the public. The polls in New Jersey opened at 6 a.m. sharp.
So here's what I want you to see. It's now been confirmed that there have been multiple bomb threats, and they have been received in 7 different New Jersey counties, all of which are Republican leaning on Election Day. You'll notice there are no bomb threats anywhere in deep blue. There's no bomb threat in Camden. There's no bomb threat in Hoboken. There's no bomb threat in Newark. No. All the bomb threats were in outlying Republican counties. They are trying to thwart the vote. That's the only way they're going to win this thing, I believe, is to actually rig it. The only way they're going to win is to cheat. And we've already got evidence of that happening in New Jersey and in New York. We're going to check that out at the end. But first, I want to get into this because this is a real possibility for Republicans in New Jersey to overcome all the shenanigans and actually put Chitterelli in the governor's mansion. Why? Because Chitterelli actually connects with people. Unlike Cheryl, who's just nothing, she's nothing more than a Marxist talking head who spouts the Democrat talking points. No. Chitterelli actually connects with people. I want to check out a couple different videos that I thought were absolutely amazing. Here, he's talking about sanctuary cities. Here we go.
Taxpayer to have this policy.
Absolutely. But let's not forget, since Donald Trump took the presidency again, illegal crossings are down 99%. And just as he has secured the border, it's my job to secure New Jersey, and we do that by getting rid of sanctuary city, sanctuary state policy, which only encourages illegal immigration. We shouldn't be doing that.
All right. I say plus.
So I love this about Chitterelli. So he is all in for deporting the criminal illegal aliens. He is going to work with President Trump. He will allow, if need be, President Trump to call out the National Guard to support ICE operations. He will get rid of the criminal illegal element in New Jersey. And it'll be great for New Jersey. And it'll be an absolute contrast to what is happening in New York, whether Mondami gets elected or not. New York is a deep blue sanctuary nonsense. And it's going to be a huge contrast to what is happening in New York City, especially if Marxist, communist, jihadist, Islamist Mondami gets elected. And we're going to talk about how they're going to be doing that in New York. But before we get into that, I got two more videos about Chitterelli, which I think just show who he is, the kind of person he is, and why this is a real chance for Americans to flip New Jersey red. Check this out.
Gender ideology in school whatsoever, let alone to our elementary age children. Governor Murphy ushered in these ridiculous standards years ago, and we fought as parents and were not heard. So we continue to fight the government overreach. Our rights come from God, not from the government.
So you told me that a lot of people in New Jersey are aware of this issue. They're not talking about it as vocally.
Well, they're afraid to talk about it because the second you touch this issue, you get called names, you get, separated from your community. I think speak out. You need to speak out more about these issues that are affecting our children. Gender ideology is very dangerous, leading children down a dangerous road.
All right. So your thoughts on that? What do you say to somebody like that?
What I've been saying all along. We're getting back to the basics in our public schools: reading, writing, math, civics, science.
Okay.
And we're getting rid of other sensitive subject matter that I believe belongs at home at the kitchen table between parents and the kids.
All right.
And that includes, we can talk about New Jersey diversity, but we don't need an LGBTQ curriculum. My opponent said not only will she keep it, she won't allow parents to opt out of that lesson.
Yeah, that's really
wrong.
crazy. That's crazy. Let's get
Absolutely 100%. That, I think, is one of the biggest issues in this election. Not just the fact that Cheryl is pushing the LGBTQ nonsense in elementary schools, but she has stated publicly that parents will not be able to opt their kids out. You will be stuck with LGBTQ propaganda ideology being shoved down your third grader's throat. And this is absolutely unacceptable. And one of the reasons why New Jerseyans, I'm not even sure what they're called, but people from New Jersey are looking at Chitterelli and going, you know what? I may not like Republicans, but the other side's just flat out insane. And so this is the second reason. The third reason is I think people really connect with Chitterelli. Check out this video. This is great. This is heartwarming. This is, I believe this is today. It was either today or yesterday. Here's Chitterelli at a campaign event at a bar in New Jersey. This is just awesome stuff. I give this the awesome sauce. Check this out.
You know why, Jack? Come over here a second. Okay. Because this is an honor for what I'm going to say right now, that you don't know what I'm going to say right now. But your biggest supporter that serves his country just came over overnight to serve you. Who's here? Jake, your father, your son.
That is awesome. So Chitterelli's son is, I believe, a captain in the U.S. Army serving in Kuwait. And they allowed him to fly over to support his dad on election day and basically, I don't know, serve him a beer, serve him breakfast. But that is awesome. And that is the kind of person that Chitterelli is. And that is why he is garnering broad-based support within New Jersey. And it is possible that in a state that voted plus 10 for Biden, and even though it was only like plus 7 it was in the single digits for Kamala Harris, it is possible that they elect a Republican governor for the first time since Chris Christie. This is amazing stuff. This is awesome. Now, I want to show this. So we got this. There's some polls that have been breaking, but this one I think will help paint the picture. All right. Remember that right now, the Cheryl advantage, according to the RCP, according to all the pollsters, which we know they're all doctored, they're all fake, but she is +3 in the polls. But remember, 2021, the last gubernatorial election, Murphy in the polls was +7.8. The actual voting results was Murphy +2.8. They were 5 points north on their polling average. 5 points north puts Cheryl underwater. So if that trend holds true, it is absolutely possible that they could flip New Jersey red. And they're already seeing huge turnout results. In Cumberland County, I believe, between the last election and this one, Republican voters are up +10. The turnout is amazing. The Republican counties in New Jersey have to hold the line. The turnout has to be amazing to make this thing happen because they are absolutely trying to downplay turnout, and they've absolutely tried to rig this thing with mail-in votes and illegals voting, as we're going to see in a minute. So please, if you live in New Jersey, get out there and vote. Make it happen. I really appreciate everybody rolling up. Please smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on the notifications if you haven't already. All right, now let's get into New York because socialist, communist, Islamist Zoran Mandami has been running around basically saying he's going to give free stuff to everybody. He's been trying to coax the ill-informed, the stupid vote. He's been trying to coax the young vote, people who don't even really know what socialism means. And he's been trying to entice them with free stuff. He's been enticing them. Basically, he's been running on a stool of 3 legs. One, primarily TDS. He is 100%. He has run the anti-Trump campaign in New York. And because people are ill-informed, they don't realize that Trump's not on the ballot. So he's run TDS on one side. He has run free stuff on the other side. So TDS, free stuff, and oh, by the way, I hate Israel. The Free Palestine movement. So he is trying, and the last 2 legs of that stool are designed to get all of the young, underinformed voters out there for him. And it has been working for the most part. Now, check this out, because there's a problem with his free stuff leg, and that is he can't deliver on it. It's impossible. Why? Because Hochul's already said she's not going to allow him to tax the rich into oblivion. Check this out.
She hasn't endorsed all your funding plans yet.
No, but she has said that this is of immense importance to her. And what I've said time and again is the funding plans I've put forward are the ones I think are most straightforward and direct. And also, if there's another means by which to raise the funding, the most important thing is that we actually fund this thing.
She hasn't endorsed all your funding plans yet.
No, but she has said that this is of immense importance to her. And what I've said time and again is the funding plans I've put forward are the ones I think are most straightforward and direct. And also, if there's another means by which to raise the funding, the most important thing is that we actually fund this thing.
She hasn't endorsed all your funding plans yet.
So
no, but she has.
Kathy Hochul has basically said she's not going to allow him to tax the rich into oblivion. It's not going to happen. And so there's no way that he can deliver on his promises. They've all been lies from the get-go. He's lied about his family members being afraid on the train. He's lied about basically everything from his campaign. He's lied about the fact that he's never had a job. He's grown up in wealth and opulence. And so now it's possible that these chickens are going to come home to roost. We'll see. We'll see if they can pull this thing off in New York. But one of the ways they are trying to win these elections, not only here in New York, but also in Jersey and in Virginia, is this thing right here. I want you to check this out. They're going to try to rig these elections. And how they're going to do it primarily is with mail-in votes, mail-in vote fraud, and specifically around illegals voting. Check this out.
They sent me here to vote. I was recommended to come here to find information to vote.
Oh, you register?
Sorry?
When did you register to vote?
I did not. I didn't sign anything. They just told me to come here to vote.
Okay. Vote too. Okay, but
Halloween, and the only thing scarier than all the ghosts and the goblins and this rain this Halloween is a possibility of illegal aliens voting in our elections for mayor. Just like
Let's be clear. It's not a possibility. It is happening. The only question is to what extent is it happening?
last year, James O'Keefe encountered a man in New York City who ran a church called La Jornada. in Queens.
Hey, this is you.
Now, Mr. Rodriguez was allowing illegal aliens to sign false documents to help them live in this country illegally and bypass the law.
What I found most odd is that Pedro Rodriguez would keep telling me that I did not reside at an address that he personally signed the letter saying that I resided at.
I encountered this man once again 1 year later. Same name, different address, same blue shirt, same tie. I encountered this man posing as an illegal alien, telling him I was new to this country, I just got here a couple months ago, I was not registered to vote, not a citizen, but I wanted to vote in this year's election. And what does he do? Like clockwork, he springs into action to help me.
Yes, I'm an immigrant. They sent me here to vote. I was recommended to come here to find information to vote. I was given those locations. I will show you. Forgive me, I am no Espanol.
No, English is perfect with me.
Thank you, sir. What's your name, sir?
Pedro Rodriguez. Pedro.
Pedro.
No pleasure. Yes.
Miguel.
Yeah. When you register?
Sorry?
When did you register to vote?
I did not. I didn't sign anything. They just told me to come here to vote.
Okay.
And he tells me to go to a local community college just around the corner to go vote in the election for mayor.
That's close, right?
Just across the street.
Across the street.
So this is how they're going to try to do it. They are in New Jersey. They've got bomb threats at deep red election polling places, and in both states and in Virginia, they are allowing illegal aliens to vote. Maybe not in Virginia because you got a Republican governor there, but certainly in Jersey and New York, they have people like this that are actively funneling illegal aliens into voting places to vote in these local elections, and that has to stop. That cannot be allowed to persist. But that's how they're going to try to steal this thing. But I think we've got a real chance. If you live in New Jersey, if you are a patriot, if you love America, get out there and make sure that Jack Ciattarelli gets elected as the governor of New Jersey. And let's put a nail in this whole 2026 midterm nonsense. Let's make sure everybody knows just how despised the Democrats are.